He is a master of hip-hop. His comedy routines can be hilarious, and he hopes to fill theaters on a regular basis. No, I'm not talking about a comedian or a singer. In tonight's edition of Heart and Soul, I'm talking about an ordained Christian minister who has brought to Cleveland one of the most unlikely churches this city has ever seen.
I'm Reverend Sting Hathaway, and welcome to the Faithquake Tower of Power Ministries.
Dan Smith will do almost anything to convince those soured by conventional religion that being spiritual can be cool. He wants to attract the unchurched.
Ted, I know you're here to talk about momentum, but what I'd really like to talk about is this cool red vest that I'm wearing.
And what's most cool is where his Momentum Church is located.
Momentum Christian Church isn't exactly your ordinary house of worship. In fact, on Sunday mornings it meets here at a movie theater, at the Cinemark movie theater on Canal Road.
Yeah, they keep the AC pretty cranked around this theater. So what I really like about this vest is it keeps my torso warm, but still gives me the freedom to be animated with my northern appendages. I also like that it's bright red. It gives an energetic mood, kind of like a bullfighter.
Exactly the mood Dan wants to set for his congregation. Momentum Christian Church is brand new in Cleveland, and as people discover it, they're finding a wide array of activities for kids, teenagers, and grown-ups.
We've been here ever since it started. We met him last summer, and he was wearing that vest. It's now the fall, and he's still wearing that same vest. It must be really versatile.
Well, I didn't grow up in a very fashionable home, so it was actually a shock to anyone in my family when I came home wearing this sweet red vest. And I made a vow from that day forward to say, I'm going to keep dressing really cool, even after I became a follower of Jesus.
And what a follower of Christ he became.
So, fellas, have your girlfriends got the book? Oh, yeah. Well, read it. Read that holy book. Baby.
Dan Smith's videos have been played on VH1 and CNN, and they're a big hit with almost everybody except for the most reserved believers. So, why is he doing all of this?
Because ZZ Top said, people go crazy about a sharp-dressed man. And I believe that, Ted. In fact, I can tell when I've won someone over because I always say something about me having some kind of big mojo going for me. Anyone can have that mojo, Ted, and I want to make that accessible to this entire world.
So now he wants to make the story of Jesus accessible to everyone.
How has knowing Jesus changed your life?
Wow, it reversed my life, kind of like the way I sometimes reverse this sweet red vest.
Some might consider this a bold church experiment, a movie house, video games, hip-hop, comedy, plus the teachings of Christ, but not Dan Smith. He says it's his life's passion to bring what he has to offer to both the unchurched and the disillusioned.
If I could sum this interview up, it would be with two things. I like this vest because it makes me feel like a bullfighter, and it's reversible. And I think that's really what a good clothing purchase is all about.
Momentum Christian Church calls itself a church for people who hate going to church on Sunday mornings. Want to check it out? Services Sunday mornings, 10 o'clock at the Cinemark movie theater in Valley View. Email me your story ideas for Heart and Soul to henry@newsnet5.com.
Oh, I would say Momentum is definitely the right name for his church because it would apply to him too.
He's got
a
that
lot of
big
energy.
mojo going for him, doesn't he?
I like big bubbles and I cannot lie. You Christian brothers can't